just thought of it, because this is not a regular briefing. This is more than a regular briefing. It's also a retreat. I thought, therefore, I should say something and also declare the retreat open so that we can now flow. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So, I'm going to be reading a speech, and in between, I may be saying some other stuff. But I'm very, very happy to meet all of you. I can see some familiar faces. And when I look at them, I just smile. Because I remember how they looked so many years ago and how they look now. And I'm really delighted to be here. And I want to thank each and every one of you, especially the permanent secretaries, for putting this together at very short notice. Very, very short. Like I said, we need to hit the ground running. So thank you all for being here. Thank you especially to PAMSEC and CSO, Mr. Raymond Omachi. So, as you will soon come to know, I am by nature a teacher. So every time I listen to people, every time I go anywhere, if I see anything that I feel I need to share, I like to just break all protocol and share so that we can move on faster. I don't want to say, okay, I'll wait. At appropriate meeting, I will share it. I like to just share it straight away. And let me say that I want you to know that we are in a very privileged position, being in the office of the head of the civil service. I know many people may not think so, but I tell you, you are. This is the ivory tower of the federal public service. And to be in the ivory tower, it means you are special. And to be special, it means you must be above board. And to be above board, it means you must show good example. And to show good example, it means you must follow the rules and regulations. So 2 quick things, and then I'll move on to my speech. So there is a circular in the Federal Civil Service, which I have come to see that many people are not aware of, especially those who came much later. Our circulars remain in force till they are either amended or officially done away with, or there is a publication of a new public service rules that amends them or introduces a contrary, something that is that now overrides them. We know that. So I'm not aware that this circular I want to talk about has been overridden by any public service rule or any other circular. And that circular says that on Fridays, public servants will wear their traditional dress. Who knows about that circular?
Good observation. Very good observation.
Yes, so why that circular? That circular is trying to help us to showcase the Nigerian culture.
Yeah. Nice one.
Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Nice one.
Although now Nigeria being so diverse, we don't even know which one is culture. But at least we should try. Because I know that as far as I know, even what I'm wearing, I don't know whose culture it is.
Well, it's looking fine. You're looking good.
This kind of dressing
Yeah, you're looking good in it, man.
has become part of the national Nigerian culture. So I thought I should just mention that for those who don't know. So since we are in the ivory tower, we are going to show the rest of them the good examples. So I would expect that next Friday, we all will be in our traditional
Attire.
Don't wear the one that will make people run away. I remember when I was in the Ministry of Niger Delta, I decided to wear what the Calabaris wear to the office on a Friday. After that day, I never tried it. Because as I entered the office, everybody brought out their food. So don't wear that type, just wear the yellow one. But you know that in Nigeria, when we say traditional attire, it must come with a head.
Yeah.
So I thought I should just share that too. The other thing I noticed, which I also noticed is very common in the public service, is that people introduce themselves the way they fill forms. Because most forms will tell you surname first, and then middle name, and then first name. So we are now taking the way we fill forms to introduce ourselves. But that's not correct. Because if I say to you, if I meet you for the first time, and I say to you, my name is Walson, Esther, Didi, there is something not quite genuine there. You find it very difficult to remember my name. And even if you do, so you'll be calling me Walson Jack, which is not appropriate. So when you want to introduce yourself, just keep it short and simple. Even if you have 4 names, just say your first name and your surname. And in saying your first name, say your first name 2 times so that the person will remember. So I'll demonstrate it. So my name is Didi. Didi Walson Jack. It will be difficult for you to forget my name. So next time you see me, you can say to me, good morning, Didi. But if I say my name is Walson Jack Esther Didi, you will be confused. Which one is the first name, which one is the surname, and in the end you will not remember any names. And you want people to remember you when you meet them. I think that's the point. So let me read my speech. It is with a deep sense of responsibility that I address you today as the new head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Permit me to start by expressing my profound appreciation for the remarkable work each of you has been doing in your respective offices. In fact, you won't realize what you've been doing, because you are the one who has been oiling the engine that makes the federal public service move. You are the one oiling that engine. You are that engine. So I want you at this point to please give yourselves a round of applause. Your dedication and professionalism have been the bedrock of our civil service, and I'm confident that together we can achieve even greater heights. Today we have gathered not only for me to receive your briefs, but also to reflect on your achievements and to set a transformative agenda that will shape the future of our civil service. The task before us is immense, but so too, I believe, is the depth of our collective ability to make a lasting impact. In today's rapidly changing world, innovation, creativity are no longer optional. And that's why today we are going to have a presentation on innovation and creativity. They are now essential elements of good governance. Our ability to adapt, to think outside the box, and embrace new ideas will determine our success in meeting the needs of the government and the people we serve. I encourage you all to be bold in your thinking. You see that phrase that civil servants love? This is the way we have been doing it. Please, after this meeting, you go to where you kept it, squeeze it, and throw it in. Yes, ma'am. Are we together?
Yes, ma'am.
Because that is highly contradictory to innovation and creativity. I encourage you all to be bold in your thinking, to challenge the status quo and explore new ways of doing things. Innovation should be at the heart of our approach, and I am here to support you as you take on this challenge. So you don't need to wait for the annual innovation competition. Innovation now should be an everyday thing. So if your function, for instance, is to ensure that all the vehicles in the Office of Head of Service are in good working condition, you need to now begin to think, how can I make this happen faster? How can I ensure that there is not a moment that any vehicle will not be in good working condition? Are we together?
Yes.
And so when you think we must still follow the civil service procedure, you will bring up that idea for approval. And once it is approved, you go and implement it. Are we together?
Yes, ma'am.
So don't just get up and say, head of service say be innovative, then you start doing things. No. You will follow the process and get approval for your innovation before you implement. So let us work together to create a civil service that is not only efficient, but also forward-thinking and dynamic. To this end, in line with the pillars of FCIP 25, I'm sure everyone in this room knows what FCIP 25 is. No answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's good. But today we will also remind you of FCIP 25. One of my cardinal objectives will be implementing continuous training and retraining. I've already told you I'm a teacher by nature. So all of us, every day will be entering class. I thank God that I'm informed Director ICT that we have an e-learning platform. Is it working? Okay, so you need to fast track it. Because we are going to be using that platform a lot. Not for only us, but service-wide. So please, let's fast track that platform. So we'll be implementing continuous training retraining to enhance the skills. That is in addition to SMART P, DP, and induction. We'll be having several other trainings and competencies of the civil servants to ensure that we are well equipped to meet with the challenges of modern governance and to deliver on the renewed goals agenda. Do we know the renewed goals agenda? We know the 8 focus areas. It is imperative to state that the world is rapidly changing. Organizations have shifted to digitalization to improve the quality of their services and deriving the best values for money on production. Yesterday the other day I was having a meeting with the permanent secretary, and I'm like, what is happening? Since I came, I've been posting everywhere that the office of head of service is now paperless. So why are these paper? And it's the same thing I'm seeing now. Everybody has paper. Are we not paperless?
Not fully.
So where are your computers?
Uh-huh. And it's true. People are supposed to have their laptops in front of them. You understand? I won't touch it.
Okay,
It's for decoration.
Today you are free. You need paper. But going forward, anytime we call for meeting, no paper. Because we cannot say one thing and be doing another thing. Everybody now believes that office of head of service is fully digital.
It's a lie.
So what's with the paper? So please, after today, no more paper. Therefore, it is expedient that we accelerate enterprise content management initiatives to improve service delivery, reduce bureaucratic bottlenecks, and promote data-driven decision-making processes. I would like to thank the permanent secretaries and heads of departments and units that we must lead by example. You understand?
Yes, I see.
We just have to lead by example. If we don't lead by example, whatever we say to the MDAs, they won't do it now because they are looking at us.
Yeah.
They are looking at us. So it's what we do, they will do. So we must lead by example, ensuring that our actions and attitudes are guided by the highest ethical standards. In addition, there is an urgent need to strengthen the current anti-corruption measures and adherence to extant rules for accountability and transparency. We will also expedite the implementation of a robust performance management system targeted at motivating officers, as well as ensure that our civil servants are recognized and rewarded for their hard work and dedication. And of course, charity will begin at home. So I've already told the overseeing director SW, we must institute some new awards in this office. We will set the example. We will set the example. We will not wait till the end of the year. We will be giving out awards monthly. And not only for individuals, even for departments. Are we together?
Yes.
So, overseers, the director of overseers, at least we need to initiate that quickly, so that by the end of next month, our words are flying here and there. We will prioritize the welfare of civil servants by improving working conditions and paying entitlements and working towards an improved total welfare package. You know, I was talking with some civil servants somewhere, and when I asked them to define welfare, I was surprised to note that what they think welfare is what we call the 2 times welfare. I don't want to, I'm using coded language. So I said, no, that is just a one-off welfare. Welfare includes, for instance, you're having a staff canteen whereby you can go and have your lunch. It includes, for instance, your children having a creche near the office where they can go and learn comfortably whilst you're in the office. It includes, for instance, having a staff bus to take you home. It includes, for instance, having a roof over your head that you can call your home. All these are welfare schemes that are expected to keep you very comfortable so that you can concentrate on your work and be more productive. That 2 times welfare, within a few hours you have finished with it. Is that not so? But a roof over your head is a gift for life. So when I say we shall improve welfare package, I'm not talking of that. I'm talking of the overall welfare. To ensure that our efforts are not in vain, we must think long term. Our strategic plans will go beyond immediate goals, focusing on continuity and sustainability across all the ministries, departments, and agencies. You know why I said you are special? You are the one to ensure that the NPA are doing what they ought to do. The Inspectorate Division, where are you? You have a very big responsibility. Because it's not only to go and inspect and you see that everything is not working and then you come back and sit down. No. That's your inspection report. It's only the foundation for us to now help those people who are not getting it right. So all of us, we have a great responsibility. And to be able to carry out that responsibility, to ensure that all the MDAs are doing the right thing, we therefore must ourselves first put our house in order before we can go and tell others to put their houses in order. So, strengthening our institutions is vital for the success of our reforms. Additionally, we will ensure that the civil service operates within the framework of the law and, of course, the extant secular rules and regulations, promoting a culture of integrity and adherence to extant regulations. Engagement with stakeholders will be key to our success. We will regularly consult with civil servants, the Joint Negotiation Council, the different labor unions, private sector, development partners, and all other stakeholders to ensure that our policies reflect the needs and aspirations of the people we serve. At this point, I'll tell you another story. I was speaking with some civil servants, and I said to them, who can tell me who your customer as a civil servant is? You, the civil servant, who is your customer? You know, we talk of customer service. So for us, the civil servants, who is our customer? And they tried, some said civil servants. I said no, your post civil servant is a stakeholder, not a customer. Your customer is the Nigerian citizen. That's who your customer is. And that is why in all that we do, we must be citizen-centered. In other words, we must always have at the back of our mind that the people we are here to serve are the citizens. So imagine how it looks when your boss comes to your office and then you talk to your boss anyhow. You insult your boss and you tell your boss to leave your office. Because you do not realize that that citizen that came to your office is your boss. I want us, let us think. Let us think. The Nigerian citizen on the road is our boss. Let us think. So that when we are doing things that we know will impact the Nigerian citizen, or when we engage with the Nigerian citizen, just imagine that it is your boss you are engaging, or it is your boss you are carrying out that assignment for. When we have this mindset, you will see that you will be happier doing your job because you know you are impacting lives. It's not about you. It's not about pleasing the director. It's not about pleasing the permanent secretary. It's not about pleasing the head of service. It is about pleasing the Nigerian citizens for which you have been called into this office. And that is why you are called a civil servant. And your counterparts in the agencies and parastatals are called public servants. Let us see. So a key element of this partnership and innovation is the creation of a transparent and safe environment. Transparency builds trust, and without trust, our efforts will be in vain. I would like each and every one of you, therefore, to please always speak up, speak openly, share your ideas, and voice your concerns without fear. Feel free. You see, we passed the era of a civil service where it is that, sit down, nobody should hear you, don't talk. No, we pass that, because if we continue that way, the world has already left us far behind. We need to catch up. So we need everybody's idea. And I hope that you all demonstrate it in this retreat. Feel free to talk. That era where you say, okay, my boss has spoken, I will not say what I wanted to say, is over. Even if your boss has spoken, it dictates that you too want to say something. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
The office of the head of the civil service of the Federation will be a place where honesty is valued, where divergent opinions are respected. Are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
I said where honesty is valued, where divergent opinions are respected, and constructive dialogue is the norm. I believe that if we can maintain this together, we will build an environment that encourages openness and integrity at all levels. Finally, we must work to rebuild public confidence in the civil service. You all know what the general public think of civil servants. You know, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't know. You know. Who will tell me what is it that they call civil servant? Evil servant. That's the one I was looking for. That is what they call us. So can you imagine? Is it a good thing? But why are they calling us evil servants?
I don't know.
Huh?
Hmm? Ah. That was a recent type. That is very
Who
recent.
will tell me why they are calling us evil servants? We need to understand. Yes.
Corruption now.
If I microphone. Because we need to understand what the public thinks of us so that we can change that image.
Yeah, straight away.
If we don't even know what they think of us, we think we are doing well, we are just going. No. Let's understand, why do they call civil servants evil servants?
Well, I believe there's this notion that civil servants are corrupt. And just because the very
Corruption.
few have soiled their hands, they don't generalize that all evil servants are corrupt.
Okay. That, for me, I agree with you. Yes, let's have more.
I think one other way they see us as a civil servant would be that our attitude towards it. That is to say, we are not making the work we are not doing the work objectively.
Okay, we are biased.
Yeah.
We are doing the work with self-interest. Yes.
Yes, sometimes the way we respond to their need, they come to us for one information or the other, we are dragging our feet to give it to them.
And why are we dragging our feet? Why are we dragging? Let's be truthful. Yes, go ahead.
You see, when the citizens that are supposed to get our boss come to our offices, the way we pray to them matters a lot. Most of us think we are doing them a favor when they come to our office. In fact, the way we look at them, the way we receive them, do not give them confidence that we are there to serve their interest, rather they are there as their bosses. And that is why they regard us as such. Even within our civil servants, moving from one NDA to another, when you have a need, when you go there, the way they look at you first and foremost, we tell you that you are not welcome. Not to talk of the outsiders, people from the cottage level coming to the city maybe for the first time to look for what they want to get from the government. So, due to our attitude towards them, we think we are helping them. No, we are doing them fair instead of them, being our boss. Thank you.
And that's because we don't know that they are our
Customers.
Yes, sir.
There's this public perception of civil servants as being evil because they felt that we are not impacting positively in the growth of the nation, and they consider as evil.
Okay. So you can see different perceptions, different perspectives of what the general public, whom we are to serve, think of us. So we are going to change that perspective, and perception. Should we change it?
Yes.
Yeah, we have to.
It will take a deliberate effort to change. From my own office, I've decided to do something who is the Director of Reform Coordination here? Do we have a Reform Coordination Department? Huh? Oh, CSE. So where's CSE? Oh, you are the one. Oh, very good. So if you look at your functions, one of your functions is to make the waiting areas of the office very customer friendly. Do you understand? When you go to a public office, who greets you? Who do you see first? A receptionist, isn't it? Is the receptionist, if it's a good office, the receptionist should be very friendly, very accommodating, isn't it?
Yeah.
But when you go to a civil service office, who do you see first?
Security.
No, let's start from below. Security. Security. Is a security trained in customer service?
No.
So why do you meet security first? So you see that already something is wrong? Yes. Then you go up to the office. Who do you meet? So who do you meet? Secretary. Meanwhile, secretary has a lot of work to do. So you are coming and I said, I want to see the pamphlet. You are disturbing secretary. Because secretary has a lot of work. And if secretary has been working all day and you are coming in the evening to say, what is this pamphlet? How will secretary greet you? So I want us to be, all this we are talking about is innovation and creativity. We are saying we want to bring to bear. Are we together?
Yes, ma'am.
So if I go to an office in the civil service, I should be greeted by a friendly, smiling receptionist. Does it make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
So thank you. So I'm starting from my office. And you know anything you see me do, reform coordination. Reform coordination. That is your work. You need to go around all the waiting areas. I'll give you a opportunity. You need to go around all the waiting areas. The waiting areas must be comfortable. The chairs, we don't want to see torn chairs in the waiting room. It is in the waiting room that you can have a TV. can have some magazines, some of our publications. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am. With your permission, I want to make a slight correction. It is the duty of service delivery department.
Okay, not reform. Sorry, head of service house. And so it's your own duty. I correct.
Service delivery.
Service delivery.
You won't take my job. You won't take my shine.
I was going through some old files, and I saw there
So they work
a
hand in
citizen
hand.
was writing
Reform
a
is
letter
accepted.
They work hand in hand, yes. Reform.
outside that, and he signed up as yours obedient servant. Man, I was moved and proud.
Good. Clap, 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 clap.
You know that the brother is writing. He is a servant to him. I wrote from therefore, man, can we do one thing? Yeah. When someone comes to our office, can we welcome him and say, I'm your obedient servant? And do it sincerely. It's a simple psychology. I can tell you, that person will feel relaxed. He say, this person is my servant, is following me. And if you so approve, we should put it in practice. It's a very simple psychology, but it works. Thank you.
Clap for you. Okay, but I'll tell you, if you follow, the activities before my appointment, there was the activity where the former head of service took me to meet with Mr. President. I think it was that one. They've been interviewing me and all that. And I remember there was a statement I made. I said, I come as a servant of all. Did you see that one?
Yeah, we saw it.
Because that is what it is. We are servants. They didn't say civil king or civil queen. So why would you treat your boss with disdain? My staff know I hate for them to keep somebody waiting for me without due cause. You just don't care what is your business. The person should wait. That's a terrible attitude. It is from taxpayers' money you get your salary. That's why you are their servants. I want you to see, if we don't get anything in these our 2 days, if you get just this one, I'm okay. Because when you get this one, it will guide all your actions. You will know that you are not the boss. You have a boss that you are serving. And you will do your work more diligently, you will do your work on time, and you will do your work more effectively. Okay, let's move on. We must work to rebuild public confidence in the civil service. We will launch a rebranding campaign to improve the public perception of our work. Are we together? Yes. Who wants to be in that committee for rebranding of the public service? Who wants to be? From your heart, you want to be in that committee for rebranding of the public service. Who is going to help me take the name? That is, you are getting the message, it has sunk, and you want to be part of that rebranding. And not just rebranding in name, rebranding that comes from the heart and shows in the action. So please, as she goes along, she should quietly take the names because Through media engagement and transparency, we will highlight our achievements and the positive impact of the reforms. Distinguished permanent secretaries, directors, and other staff of the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, we can achieve the mandate of this office. The retreat is an innovative platform for permanent secretaries to brief service on the activities, programs, and achievements of the 5 offices in the Office of the Head of Service. Accordingly, you would have briefed me adequately to prepare me for the task ahead. Let us move forward with determination, knowing that the future of our nation depends on the decisions we make and the actions we take. I'm counting on each and every one of you to bring your best to the table as we embark on this transformative journey. But let me warn you that the transformation begins with you. Because you must first be transformed before you can transform. At this juncture, it is therefore my singular honor and privilege to declare the retreat for top management staff of the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation open, and I look forward to highly beneficial briefing sessions. Together, we will